First carry here for Robinson. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Old school defensive tackle play dictated just stood up and danced with the guy in front of you. And if a guy came near, tackle him. New school, you don't want to just dance. You want to get past him, get upfield, and make the play in the backfield. A big-time play there.
Now Ryan on second down. And his throw is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's third down. A glance at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL. 3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. On third down, Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. And he's brought down after a good gain. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? All right, so first down, 5 yards to go. From the shotgun, Ryan. It's hauled in by Hardy. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Deion Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
Again, Ryan sets up the screen to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a third down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Throwing again, Ryan. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. One of the newer Cardinals picked up from New England, Chandler Jones, in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And this will be taken at the 13. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here's Brissett. It's caught left side by John Brown. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
Brissett. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Play fake here on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. So the D-line's going to spread out. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
In recent years, the solid receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down.
Let's go!
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Claiborne, the one who makes the stop. And here's the offense today that hopes to get off to a strong start. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Let's go!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
On 3rd and 1, it seems natural to just turn and hand it to the biggest guy you have in the backfield. But usually, he's not the primary runner. So for the defense, they're often keying on the running back because he's the guy who gets the ball more often, and the fullback is the blocker. When he ends up carrying the football, that's a heck of a tendency breaker, and now you're just trying to jump on his back and hold on.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
So the run gets him the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. And here now the defensive starters for Atlanta.
Vic Beasley's a very talented outside linebacker whose #1 task, rush the passer. But he has the athletic ability to drop into coverage.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. 2nd and goal from the 5. Johnson on the counter. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
Yeah, they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. It's Floyd. Touchdown, Cardinals. Michael Floyd hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time with just punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. Took the words right out of my mouth. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 8 to start things out. They'll come out in the pistol.
Hey. Let's go. Got it. Great. 51, sub. Hey, express.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He's got his man on the crossing route. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Again, we'll see the pistol here. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On 3rd down, Ryan. And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Here's Matt Bosher now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. Shipped together here from the D-line. Here's Brissett. He's got Floyd out left. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Again, we'll see the pistol here.
Here we go.
Brissett. Caught by Nelson left side. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They'll set up to throw. And Nelson's got it here right side. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. And now the passing game here in the 2nd quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Looking for Floyd, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Another pistol look here. After the interception, here's Ryan. And it's complete to Jacob Tammey. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. Look at the big man rumble. And he will score. Touchdown Falcons. Levine Toilolo, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he'll bang that one through. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this will be a touchback. Last year would have come out to the 20. This year they'll move it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. 3rd down here. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Come on, let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Here's Brissett. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Now on fourth down, here's Drew Butler in punt formation. And it's taken in at the 9. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
Man, it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room here to run. Shreds the tackle. All week in practice, they stressed grounding, pounding the football, and they really executed it well there to get the first down.
That usually means getting back to being physical in practice, because when you emphasize pounding the football, it doesn't really come together unless you practice it the same way you're going to play it in the game. So that means more bodies, more pads, and a whole lot of popping last week, and they got it done in the game.
He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's second down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. Floating one, incomplete. They were looking that time to... So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. On third down, Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this will be caught at the 30. A big gain of 31 on third down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. So a pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And a dump off here to Robinson. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Ryan sets up the screen to Robinson, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Ready. Ready. Mike 20. Hey, let's go. Jack. Let's go.
Ryan will throw again. This will be caught at about the 6. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme.
And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Ryan on 2nd down. This will be caught at about the 5. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
On 3rd and goal, Ryan. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Drop something else, baby.
The Falcons will call on Matt Bryant for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Bryant's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took them a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Brissett. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards. They try the corner route there, Charles, and it works to perfection.
That's hard on a defensive back because if you get any fake or move to the inside, you have to respect it, and then the receiver breaks back to the sideline.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left. Let's go.
Halfback sent in motion. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Brissett. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this from 46. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left. So the long field goal attempt winds up awry, and we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Brown. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Another pistol look here. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got the hook up to John Brown on the right side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Get up! Ready! Crunch! Crunch! 51! Kill! Turn up! Kill! Turn up! Ready!
Play action. Ryan. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Play action. It's Ryan. And that's caught by Tammy. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding the clock.
Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll run here with Robinson. Muscles him off. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go through a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about run.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Yeah, after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punching in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay.
And got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yep.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Brissett. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Let's go. 1, 9, 5.
Here's Brissett. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Max Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down, here's Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled, and while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Third down and 4. From the gun on third down, Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Back now in Atlanta. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Now Ryan on first down. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. His third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory. 3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
It's caught left side by John Brown. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. Screen play, Johnson. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
We've got a 3rd and 11. Again, he'll drop to throw. And John Brown's got it complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. The 20. It's caught. Nelson. It'll be a gain of 24 on the play. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets them up 1st and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Brissett. That's caught at the 2. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll go, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jacoby Brissett taking it in. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And this one's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tamme, there. And it's 3rd and short. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
Sanu with a grab over the middle. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. And not what you're looking to do on 3rd and 1, completing the pass, but going backward.
I have zero explanation for that because 3rd and 1, you just figure snap, throw, 1st down, right? Easy play. But end up losing yardage on it. That's hard to account for.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. That's Ryan hit, and he lost the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. They come out here in the eye. They'll give to the fullback on the dive. And he'll push his. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the defense lines up looking for one final stop.
And they will be playing for the pass in this situation, not expecting any type of a run.
They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They have the 3-point lead. Defense did their job. Now, late game. Although it looks good, you know the coaches, they haven't counted this as a victory yet.
I agree with you totally. Big applause for the defense, but no one is taking their headset off on the sidelines. They don't believe this game is over. The offense has to close this one out by taking care of the football.
Well, they'll try to close it out now.
We got three, fellas. We got three. 21.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
Difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. Completes it over the middle to Floyd. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Single, single.
Back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. Touchdown, Cardinals. Max Williams with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. And that will make this a 4-point game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. And they will take over with a football just outside of the 10 at the 12-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become it.
The Falcons going to use another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. That one looks like he'll throw here toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown, and now it's 3rd down. Brissett. His throw caught at about the 5. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to make it 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that'll make this a 7-point game. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So out come the Falcons now. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over. Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
It's hauled in by Hardy. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left. Ready.
He'll look to throw. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Offense coming up, needing 2 yards on 3rd down. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. They'll look to throw. He's got time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory.
Come on, let's go.
Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from Atlanta.